I'm James Spann. This is the morning edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Wednesday, the 18th day of August. Very familiar setup, very deep tropical moisture, an old tropical low hanging around. So some folks around here could see some pretty decent rain today or tomorrow, or maybe both days. Let's take a look at some of the Skycam shots around the network this morning. First off, coming from Birmingham, looking north from the top of the Daniel Building. Tuscaloosa. You know, there have been some weird lighting in that stadium. We talked a bit about this on the news last night. That thing was flashing red and green, and we don't know if they're testing a new scoreboard or there's some kind of strange lighting in there. Dave Baer thought maybe it's they finally finished the big UFO and the thing's about to take off. That's what it looks like. But more than likely, it's scoreboard testing, but it's still going on this morning at 5 o'clock. And from Greenville, Alabama, in Butler County below Montgomery, the Skycam shot there from Butler County. There's a water vapor satellite imagery, and again, the core of the jet stream is up on the Canadian border. Hey, where else do you expect that to be in August? And down here, broad ridging underneath that old tropical low is kind of trapped. There's the surface chart. You can see the low shows up just a little west of Jackson, over toward Vicksburg, Mississippi, and that leaves Alabama in a deep southerly flow regime. Not much action on the radar at 5:05 this morning. Sometimes with these warm core tropical systems, you can see these nocturnal blow-ups where you get a lot of action late at night. We had some of that last night up in northeast Alabama, but so far things are quiet this morning. Convective outlook, slight risk up north for today and tonight, and pretty much the same spot tomorrow. QPF chart. Rain potential for the next 5 days. Valid through the weekend, valid through Sunday evening at 7. Pretty big numbers across the southeast. Now, how do you put that little minimum there at Montgomery? I mean, never figure out how they derive that. I don't think there's any skill at figuring out a minimum like that. But whatever, the southeast over the next 5 days should see some pretty decent rain amounts. Of course, every day the rain coverage will be very uneven, but for 5 days, numbers ought to be pretty good. Tropics, boy, it's quiet for mid-August. Wow. Little weak wave in the central Caribbean with hardly any convection. Gulf is quiet. Deep Atlantic is quiet. We do note a pretty good wave about to come off the African continent. And again, there's a lot of evidence that next week there could be some mischief in the Atlantic east of the U.S., as you'll see. Let's look at the GFS. This is the OZ run at 1 o'clock today. You can see that weakness in the ridge over Mississippi where our old TD is located. There's the surface chart. And again, we should see a pretty good coverage of showers and storms later today. Still, it's not going to rain everywhere, but there could be some heavy downpours involved. Same thing tomorrow. And again, on one of these 2 days, we might stay under 90 for the first time since July 4th. Man, it's been a long, hot summer. Friday, still moist. Saturday, yeah, not much change. Scattered to numerous showers and storms. Won't rain all day. The sun comes out at times, awfully humid. Sunday, you know, by golly, the GFS is still showing a broad surface low. That old TD5 just hanging around. The thing's over South Alabama. But there is noticeably drier air to the north. And Monday of next week, you can see that the heat bubble is suppressed a little off to the west, and we've got that broad trough over the East Coast, and the GFS continues the idea of doing its best to push some drier air down into North Alabama early next week on Monday, and there's Tuesday. But look at that. That low is still down there. Goodness, the low that never goes away. Maybe it'll be there in December. So you got the fighting between the tropical low at just south of Mobile Bay and drier air over North Alabama. We'll scale back the chance of showers early next week, and again, adjust that as we get closer. There's Wednesday. We note that low scooting northeast up in the Atlantic. Let's go out there on the 28th. Look at here now. Come on. All of a sudden, we've got a full-blown tropical storm, hurricane, something east of the Carolina coast. We'll go to the 30th. The run we showed you yesterday afternoon, it brought the thing into Jacksonville, Florida. Now it's got that thing up there near Atlantic City, New Jersey. And this is all voodoo country. Again, like we say, if you live in Atlantic City, don't panic because it'll look different the next time we see this. But the consistency has been excellent in the idea of a tropical system out there toward the end of the month. And on the 31st, the thing is sideswiping Cape Cod on the journey northeast. So we'll see, but we've seen no evidence of the modeling putting a tropical system in the Gulf. This is all in the Atlantic. The end of the forecast on the 2nd of September. Westerlies, not getting too far south. We were at our 588 ridge, and again, that looks fairly uneventful on this run. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 3:30 or so today. And if you're local to us, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 in Birmingham at 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.